Unlike most people, my fitness journey started later on in life. I didn't grow up with a background of sports, fitness, proper nutrition. We just came from a close family that worked really hard and spent a lot of time outside. As I got older, I realized that as far as my diet and drinking were concerned, was really putting me on the path to shortening my lifespan.
For breakfast, it'd be bacon, sausage, pancakes, syrup, butter. Lunch would be like sandwiches, cold cuts. I love my sandwiches and potato chips. I would go out with a buddy of mine, and we would just drink ourselves silly. We would pregame, so we'd have like Keystone and Budweiser. We'd go through a 12-pack, and then we'd hit up a bar. And afterwards, the aftermath, I'd stop at like 2 or 3 fast food places. If I didn't buy food at the bar food on top of that. So it was just, I was out of control. It was just a cycle of abuse to my body. And I felt it because I was always tired. I was overweight, I was fat. I wasn't doing anything really with my life.
So when I was taking classes for community college, one of the required courses is kinesiology, just a really basic intro class, which a lot of people would consider a blow-off class. But for me, it turned into one of the most important classes and one of the most memorable classes that I would take due to the professor of kinesiology who taught it, Bruce Orosky. He approached kinesiology from a very practical standpoint. Healthcare costs would be significantly lower for somebody who had taken the time to become physically fit, and that in turn would also allow them to have the best fit mind and spirit, and that really made an impact on me.
I started doing P90, not P90X, but P90, the original Power 90 as well, just a very simple, nowhere near high intensity as P90X. So just a simple workout video routine I would do. I would still go out and drink, get pissed drunk. I'd still eat, binge eat when I would do that. That kind of settled down as well. The frequency of doing that wasn't as high. And also at home, we both agreed, me and my wife, to really cut back on a lot of the bad foods that we were bringing into the house.
In addition to that, I had recently started a new job at a major sports retailer, so I was starting to come into contact with a lot of other fitness-minded individuals, and that also made a big impact on me. So getting all this knowledge together, I was finally able to develop a plan that worked for me.
I would go to my class, and afterwards, I would go to the gym at the campus. I would spend about an hour using all of the weight machines in the gym. I would do a circuit, and I would do a circuit like 2 or 3 times, depending on if I had to work or not. And then I started doing some cardio too, so I would use the racquetball court.
So for me, ketogenic allowed me to create simple meals, affordable meals, and I was able to meal prep for an entire week's worth of meals. Being able to have endurance to work a full 8 to 10 hours and come home and still have energy left to engage with the family and then do it all over again the next day and the next day. Energy level was at an all-time high. And I also had the numericals to back it up, meaning I went from 215 pounds when I first started all the way down, cutting down to 165 pounds. In addition to that, I also gained about 10 pounds of muscle, and I was able to measure this using what they call a water test. So you basically submerge yourself in a tank full of water. They send an electrical current through it that's very low, so it doesn't shock you or anything. and they're able to take the buoyancy of the water versus your body weight, and they're able to break it down so that you can see how much of your body is composed of fat and how much is composed of muscle and water. So doing all this, I felt the only practical thing to do from here on out was to share that knowledge. That would also get me pumped up and get me invigorated, seeing other people taking steps in their lives to change. So I really felt that I could start to segue into a career choice and pursue becoming a personal trainer.